And then we've come to the main event. The only event, practically, a ladder match for the War Games advantage between Kyle O'Reilly and Pete Dunne. And as I said before, a ladder match to get the advantage in the War Games. It's a hat on a hat, but at least it's a main event, and we're going to see some stars. And I've been waiting for this, and they jump-start it, and they kick it off hot, and they go right to the break. Right to the break. We had to sit through a 20-minute girls match, and they go to break here, right now. So we come back. They're in the middle of the action, but they're working their asses off. And they were serious. They hit hard. They worked hard. They used the ladder, I thought, to their styles, with putting submission holds on, figuring the ladder into it. There was some different ladder shit in this than what you normally see in ladder matches, and it was more serious, and to me it meant more. They did the most of what they had with the gimmick that they were given, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I agreed with the break spot. A vertical suplex off the apron onto a ladder, bridging the apron and the guardrail, and the ladder breaks in half, and they both hit the ground, and that's just a break spot. That can't even be like right before the finish, even. Would somebody tell old Proud Boy Ref to either tan the back of his fucking jug head or grow some hair out? It's highly distracting.
Was he the referee for this match? I didn't even know.
Yes, and he was on another one too. Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's distracting. I mean, I know that he probably can't grow hair because you can't grow much if your soil isn't fertile. Well, in that case, actually, since he's got shit for brains, he ought to be able to grow all kinds of fucking hair. But anyway, so they went to break after the suplex through the ladder. And they come back after the break, and they're back in the ring in action. After that, that's the only thing that why did they have to do that for a break spot and then come back and they're going back and forth and doing more shit? My God, what do you got to do to put somebody in a hospital in a working way anymore? Or that couldn't have been a bump that happened right before the fucking finish? There's going to be a goddamn, O'Reilly's getting fucked anyway. So that couldn't have been leading to the finish some way anyway. Kyle gave Dunne a brainbuster on the ladder, came off the top rope with a knee drop, but Dunne moved and he hit the ladder. All this looked good. They kept it moving, all kinds of different shit, kept it interesting. Just that big bump in the middle was just like, holy shit, you can't go anywhere after that. That was the holy shit moment. They got fucking 10 more minutes of match. Finally, Dunne clobbers Kyle with a chair and tosses him over the rail out into the people, if there were people there, and climbs the ladder, but O'Reilly comes back just in time and tips Dunne off and climbs the ladder, and out comes who was supposed to be Pat McAfee. It wasn't alleged to be. It was who was that? It really wasn't Pat McAfee. Or else was he'd have taken the hood off. They had showed a clip earlier of McAfee from his show saying he wouldn't be there. But then this guy comes out in a hoodie and he does McAfee's flat-footed jump up to the apron. So obviously they want people to think it's McAfee, but also obviously if it had been McAfee, he'd have fucking popped the hood after he did the damage. So he couldn't be there, but they planted that seed. Anyway, McAfee in the hoodie jumps up on the apron, pushes O'Reilly over with the ladder, and he takes a hell of a bump over the top rope, and Dunne gets the case. So he gets the advantage. As you mentioned, JJ won the coin flip. I thought this was one of the more refreshing, better ladder matches, and even the bump was incredible. It was just, to me, it was out of place because then you just get people to think every time they take one of these death-defying bumps, they should just get right back up and keep going. And it looked so good, I'd have preferred to seen that toward the end. Anyway. Hello?
Yeah?
What'd you think?
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I mean, I agree to a point with what you said about...
You're losing your fucking patience with this program.
I am, but this was good. I can't complain about... Now, look, let's talk about McAfee first. That was totally the Young Bucks. There are 2 sets of feet, but we only see 1 buck.
Yeah.
It's Pat McAfee, but we couldn't get him here today. But beyond that, I like the match. I agree with you to a point about the big spot in the middle. But I think what was refreshing was, other than that, there weren't a lot of really insane bumps.
Yeah.
And I feel like so many of the ladder matches we've seen for the last 20 years, really, are just all based around the big, crazy bumps and getting people to react to it. And quite frankly, if you don't have live fans there, it's smarter to do it this way. Anyway, this is a really good match. Pete Dunne, he's obviously lost a lot of weight. And I've said before about the Becky Lynch thing, but he just kind of looks like, remember when the Bad News Bears went to the Astrodome and Kelly Leak grew his hair out? He just kind of looks like Kelly Leak. I don't know.
Now, wait a minute. You're making that reference and you were just completely ignorant earlier of the entire plot of A Christmas Story.
I could have made the reference to the Bad News Bears going to Japan and wrestling Inoki. But I didn't do that.
You know, come to think of it, that now looks like an AEW match. The Bad News Bears versus Antonio Inoki. No, it was a good match, a good ladder match. O'Reilly and Dunne, he has lost some weight. If he's trained down and trimmed down, that's fine. But he looks orange too. Is that real? Is that a real tan? Why would your skin turn that color?
I don't know.
Or why would you do it if it's not real? Why would you do it on purpose?
I don't know.
All right. Well, you know, Brian, while you're watching this program every week, because you have to, you don't necessarily have to listen to it. What you could do is you could watch NXT on the screen, and you could stick into your ears your Raycon wireless earbuds and listen to whatever you want to keep you in a good mood. Have you ever thought of doing that?
I think I'm going to be doing that going forward every single week.
And maybe you could put some Lance Russell or Gordon Soley on, and they can call a match that you'd be interested in.
I don't know. With the state of wrestling, maybe some Coltrane. Maybe Coltrane live in Seattle. I think that's maybe what I'd listen to.
Coltrane?
John Coltrane?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nighthawk Coltrane.
No.
Anyway.
No, John Coltrane.
Well, regardless of which Coltrane you're watching or listening to, folks, with the Raycon wireless earbuds, you can block out the world and only hear the sounds you want to hear. And after all, isn't that what we all want to do? We just want to block out the world and only hear what we want to hear. And what you're going to want to hear is the Raycon wireless earbuds, folks, with seamless Bluetooth pairing and a comfortable noise-isolating fit. You can listen for hours. The audio quality is amazing. The premium brands that cost twice or 3 times as much as the Raycon sounds just like them. This holiday season, whether it's you or a person on your gift list, something they can use for phone calls or music, work or play at home, on the go, wherever. You're going to want to stick these things in your ear and not let them go. And if you go to Buy Raycon, that's BUYRAYCON, buyraycon.com/JCE today. You'll get 20% off your Raycon order, but hurry. The offer's available for a limited time only. This show may last a limited time only. You don't want to miss either one, so buyraycon.com/JCE. Get 20% off your Raycon wireless earbuds. Buyraycon.com/JCE. Block out that annoying commentary from all of the cookie cutter wrestling commentators these days. Block it right out, Brian.
That's a great idea.
You've blocked me already, haven't you?
Not yet.
You don't listen to a goddamn thing I say.
I listen to like 90% of what you say.
You listen to almost all of the show when you're on it.
That's right.